What is up, everybody? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, August 26th, August 22nd, 2019. Man, I'm living in the future. All right, so my last video, which was a few days ago, talks about Bitcoin turning bullish. And that is still 100% in play. But to be fair to this channel, because since I've started this channel, we really do always look at the upside and downside potentials. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, you have a 50-50 shot. Technical analysis, I think, gives us an advantage to anticipate and gives us some comfort in being patient, but 50-50 shot. Be prepared for every scenario, everybody. There is no exact set way that Bitcoin is going to go. There is no way to predict which way Bitcoin is going to go, but I want to talk about the downside scenario because it's on the charts, it's lining up. We're at a really critical state just because it really could go either way at this point. You know, we're in this weird territory. So I want to talk about that in this video. I hope you guys are doing well. Here's the thing. I have been so busy with just running the business, taking care of some of our clients, and it's been extremely difficult to do a video. So apologize for that. I want to do a quick live stream though and go over Bitcoin. I think actually live streams might be a little bit more helpful because I can hop on here, don't have to edit, and then we can kind of just upload the video very quick. So thanks for your patience. Want to dive into the video, so let's dive in. First off, if you're here right now, you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Look at this. I try and do a video pretty much every day. We've been here since the beginning of the bear market. We're talking about, we've been through it all together. Go hit that subscribe on my YouTube channel and grow with me in knowledge and in gains as we enter the bull market. So Bitcoin, just at a crazy little area right now. So first, for context, that last video I did, which is bullish, right? Or it gives tones of bullishness, is this. We've been tracking this Fibonacci retracement support area, which is basically this swing low to swing high, and this little channel, the 618 to 786, right in this area. We talked about it even before, like right as we touched into that area. We talked about seeing some sideways support. That's what we want to see above the 786 line down to $9,700. Bitcoin has done just that. That's extremely awesome. That's extremely bullish. But to be fair, like I said, to the way we approach these markets, this video is to talk about the bearish downside. Because as this has happened, we've talked about this symmetrical triangle in play, these lower highs, these higher lows, and right now we're at the bottom of that trend line confluent with this Fibonacci area of support. If that area of support fails, and if this lower trend line in the symmetrical triangle fails, guess what? Most likely, Bitcoin will be breaking down quite low, at least into the 7,000s, in my opinion, to put in a lower low somewhere down here. And that would be kind of a target area for the symmetrical triangle to the downside. Keep in mind, we're going to talk about this in a couple minutes, this is right above the 200 moving average on the daily chart. Very important area to take note of for Bitcoin right now. So that is what we're looking at. And in a bearish scenario, I mean, it's in the headline of this video. It's not clickbait. It just is literally the downside breakout target. It's around 25%. It's a lower low. And what's awesome about this is this would be extremely bullish. This would paint such amazing opportunity for those of you out there that haven't had an opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin well under 10,000, and you've been waiting to accumulate more. It could really offer an awesome opportunity to do that. I tweeted a little bit ago about Litecoin. I said Litecoin has actually done everything that we said it should do throughout the year. It bounced out of a bear market low. It saw parabolic gains prior to Litecoin halving of 500+%. It dipped going into and through halving towards 50 moving average on the weekly, which is a blue line. We're going to look at that in a second. And I ended it with, that's kind of comforting. It is actually kind of comforting in this world of volatile cryptocurrency where everybody's trying to throw predictions. We anticipated these exact moves. I didn't say it was going to happen, but we talked about it for a very long time. And basically I would just, I'm talking about from this bear market bottom, I talked about how amazing it would be if Litecoin broke out of the bottom, saw huge gains, right? Exactly like it did in the last bear market. And then going into the halving, it would be insane if it actually consolidated into the halving down to this 50-week moving average. If you've been watching this channel, you were there with me when we would talk about thing happened out of that last bear market, right? And we even in that last bear market had this little consolidation area everybody was hoping would hold, right? And then finally Litecoin breaks above it out of the bear market. Same exact thing. Consolidation area, everybody's hoping will hold right around that 50 moving average. Litecoin breaks through in this out of this bear market to a swing high, and then most recently comes back down to 50 moving average. Bitcoin is doing the same exact thing. And I do find comfort in the fact that Bitcoin and Litecoin are ridiculously harmonious compared to their last cycle out of that last bear market. It's unbelievable. I feel like I should talk about it in every video. I feel like every YouTuber that's covering cryptocurrency should talk about it in every video, because nothing out of the ordinary is happening right now in terms of cryptocurrency, at least Bitcoin and Litecoin charts. There's nothing out of the ordinary. It's insane how harmonious the charts look. So we saw how Litecoin has just, followed itself and played out so beautifully, right? And so when we're talking about 25% potential for Bitcoin to go down another 25%, certainly Litecoin will be definitely hitting that 50-week moving average similar to that last bear market. But back to Bitcoin. What else is cool in terms of Bitcoin charts? If we look at the weekly, well, so we have a potential for a swing low, right, that we're talking about right now in this video. This is that bearish potential for 25% to the downside. I'm just trying to make the charts a little bigger for you. So right here, we would look for a swing low. We're talking down in the 7,000s. It's a lower low. I think it would be a bullish setup. But if you go back to the weekly charts, right, when we're comparing areas, because we just hit resistance up here, this huge Fibonacci retracement area. It's exactly the same Fibonacci retracement area we hit back here in 2016. Bitcoin came back down similar to what it's doing now. It didn't hit the 50-week moving average right here, back here on the weekly chart, right? I don't think it's going to hit that here. That's around 6,400. I don't think we're going down that low. But what you can see on the momentum oscillators, if we compare these areas, and we can look first at the RSI right here, you can see Bitcoin, and this is back in 2016 when we came back down right around to this 50, 55 line. Bitcoin's making its way down there on the weekly right now. It's a beautiful area of consolidation. So this is the weekly RSI, the momentum of Bitcoin. This pullback for Bitcoin, right, was paramount and very important in this long-term trend into the bull market, right? So this pullback was the setup, similar to how this pullback is the setup. We haven't entered the bull market, in my opinion, everybody. I know a lot of people out there disagree with me, but it's just my opinion. We haven't. Now, the stock RSI, the quicker moving momentum oscillator, let me open that up real quick. You can see similar thing. We're entering that oversold area on the stock RSI, right? And I think it was June 2016, it should be right around, where is it? June 2016. Let me find this part of the charts. So we're talking, August 2016 when we had that swing low, Bitcoin on the stock RSI right here, right? So we have a little ways to go, and this could be that next 25% dip into this area, an amazing area to accumulate Bitcoin in my perspective. That is from my perspective. That's not financial advice. Going over to the daily chart for Bitcoin, this is what it's looking like. It's lining up really nicely. And you can also see confluent with this target, right? If we hit a lower low down here, 25% to the downside, we're right around the 200 moving average on the daily chart. And if I zoom all the way out on this chart and go all the way back to where Bitcoin really does seem to be reflecting itself, where did Bitcoin find its support from that swing low after this incredibly crucial Fibonacci retracement resistance area, right? Boom, right down here, 200 moving average. Again, just like Litecoin. Amazing how the charts reflect. So I find comfort in that, the consistency of these charts. A lot of times, especially you see a lot of short-term, 4-hour, technical analysis videos, the volatility of it all, it looks so scary. It looks so crazy. Bitcoin looks just like it's doing something it's never done before, right? When you really zoom in on the charts and you start tracking like these moves right here that are happening in the course of like 5 days, 30% to the downside, it's actually exactly what Bitcoin has always done. And it's amazing how Bitcoin right now is setting itself up to do exactly what it did out of the last bear market, 2015, 2016, resistance right at a Fibonacci area, consolidation to the 200 moving average, right? Big downside, right? This would be like 13,000 down to like 7,500. That's insane pullback. But these 40%, 50% pullbacks in terms of Bitcoin happen all the time, especially when cycles are shifting. We're shifting from a bear market that we just went into or just got out of into a bull market. So the volatility in that transition is insane. And you can just see it, like nobody's complaining when we're seeing crazy upside for Bitcoin, right? Look at that. But now we're seeing a little bit of consolidation, healthy pullback, and some people kind of freaking out. Same thing with Bitcoin, same thing with Litecoin, freaking out, saying crypto's over, go buy gold. If you're a gold maximalist, you see that out there. But at the same time, it requires patience, everybody. So right now, we're at a crazy area on the daily chart. We have the 50 moving average. We're in this area of support, this shorter term Fibonacci retracement. But if that does not hold, we will most likely be coming down to form a lower low for Bitcoin. And in my opinion, since it's so synergistic to this lower low back here, this is the weekly chart, but this swing low back here after Bitcoin hit that same Fibonacci, this will be, and you look at this, everybody, this last swing low that Bitcoin had here, I'm saying is going to be very similar to a swing low that we might get coming up. And if you look at historically what this meant, let me try and open the chart up a little bit. What that meant was that was kind of a last little opportunity to buy Bitcoin under $1,000. So fast forward to where we are now, and you see what happens after that. That's the entrance of the true bull market, breaking through the doorway right here, this Fibonacci retracement area. So we go to where we are now. This isn't $500 like it was back then, right? Because that's what we retraced to, like that $500 area back then. No, this time we're at like a $7,000 area. We're not going to be breaking through $1,000 this time. We're going to be breaking through $10,000, right? After we consolidate somewhere down here, if it happens. And that will probably most likely, in my opinion, be the last time you get Bitcoin under $10,000. That's my technical analysis for today. Like I said, I really don't have much time. I wanted to throw a video out there. I'm sorry I really didn't say what's up to anybody in the chats, but I definitely see you all there. I appreciate you guys coming by, hanging out. Wanted to do a video for you. I hope you pick up some value from it. It's the same thing as always, everybody. Just be careful. Be patient. The charts are crazy if you just analyze this data, how much the flow of Bitcoin and Litecoin are playing out. It's almost insane, and I can't believe it, because I said if this thing just tracks itself like it did last time in that last cycle for Bitcoin and Litecoin, I just kind of said it'll be insane. But let's watch and see what happens. And so far, we keep watching. I keep saying when it diverges away from itself, I'll talk about it, but it just hasn't, right? So for Bitcoin to diverge away from its pattern, it would actually have a bullish breakout, and we would break through this area. Historically, though, what we're being told from the charts is we're going to have a little bit more consolidation. So be prepared for it. Don't freak out. At least try not to freak out. In my opinion, I don't think you need to. But again, this is 100% not financial advice. Don't listen to YouTubers for financial advice. But collect the data. I'm throwing data out there, so I hope it's valuable to you. Appreciate you guys coming by at this weird time on a Thursday afternoon. I hope you have a great rest of the day. If you're not a subscriber and you're here, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of the channel. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, and God bless.